Hey friends, it's Kaz, and welcome to Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. Now, I played this game a long time ago. I never ended up beating it, and I figured I'd revisit it. If you guys like this, it'll become a series. If you don't, then it won't. So let me know down below or just by watching and liking the video. Without further ado, let's get into it. And I expect this to be a different kind of video just edit-wise because there's going to be a lot of, you know, doing the same things over and over again. I don't want to bore you guys. So if there's lots of cuts and the timing, like if I'm up on the mountain and not on the mountain, it's because I'm prioritizing what I deem to be interesting conversation instead of actual gameplay, because I feel like the game is going to end up being repetitive and not that interesting. Plus my frames are kind of cringe anyway, so I think if you're here for the game, you're out of luck. Anyway, I got past that tutorial tree. Let's hear what this guy has to say. Why would you delete your homework the day before it was due?
Or if you left your wallet at home and you have to go back after spending an hour in the commute.
Man, I'm just breezing through this.
And then put all your winnings on red, but it came up black.
Oh, I've done that.
Your best shirt dry cleaned before a wedding and then immediately dropped food on it. If you won an argument with a friend and then later discovered that they just returned to their original view. Starting over is harder than starting up. If you're not ready for that, like if you've already had a bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too much.
When you had a bad day, you're taking one down. I don't know the words to the song anymore. Anyway, my day's been alright. Thanks for asking, dude. Bennett, Foddy. I'm still here though. Don't even worry. I'm actually doing way better than I remember doing before.
I'll understand if you have to take a break at any point. Just find a safe place to stop and quit.
I'm waiting for me to like lose everything, and he's gonna go, oh yikes, kind of rough. I actually do really like that concept of like perpetual saving. It's very interesting.
2002, titled Sexy Hiking. The author of that game was Jazuo, a mysterious Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games. And B games are rough assemblages of found objects.
Oh, here we go.
Designers slap them together very quickly and freely, and they're often too rough and unfriendly to gain much of a following. They're built more for the joy of building them than as polished products.
I wonder if the dialogue about falling is gonna play after this, or if
is the perfect embodiment of
it just doesn't play because he was already talking.
Almost entirely out of found and recycled parts, and it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games of its time. In it, your task is simply to drag yourself up a mountain with a hammer. And that act of climbing, in the digital world or in real life, has certain essential properties.
What would climbing in the digital world... Oh, I guess that was a dumb question. I figured out what climbing in the digital world would be like, considering I'm currently playing an application about it.
In danger of falling and losing everything.
Yeah, well, maybe if this guy learned how to use like ropes and, you know, safety harnesses, then we wouldn't be in this position. But I guess if he's a torso in a bucket or cauldron or whatever, then he's got other issues. He also seems to have, the bucket essentially seems to act as long fall boots, so I think he's got it covered anyway. He's just a sadist, he doesn't mind falling, you know. I wonder, you wouldn't actually be able to do this because I think in this game, no I didn't.
That's a deep frustration, a real punch in the gut.
I was more frustrated when that by him just saying randomly he lost progress than I was by actually losing progress. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, sorry about the frames again. I'm playing this on worst quality setting at a lower resolution, so there's literally nothing I can do. If you feel like helping, feel free to send me, you know, 10,000 US dollars in random bills through the postal service, or just send it to any Chuck E. Cheese. I'll get it. Don't worry. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Well, maybe if this does become a series, maybe I'll try and get past a certain section for each episode. That way, it's like actually progress driven instead of just being very repetitive. So for this episode, I'm gonna go until I get up to where those lights are, that tunnel with the lights that go up, because I remember that being very difficult for me. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, yikes. Is that another fall? Oh, that wasn't too bad. That was.
Sorry
Oh,
about that.
wait, I didn't. You absolute fool. So I guess the dialogue's triggered by falling past this tree once you've gone ahead of it. It's interesting. Every time the frames do that, I'm just like, I feel bad for the viewer. If this ends up being something that people actually like to watch, like, and by this I mean like my videos, then I'll get a better computer. But considering it's just a fun hobby, I don't feel the need to spend money on it. Especially because I doubt there will ever be any return on that. But I guess there rarely is with hobbies. You know, unless you repair cars or whatever. Like, if you collect stamps, any money you spend on stamps, you're not getting back. So, we'll see. Here we go. Yeet. Oh, goodness. Ooh, why did that happen? That was not what I wanted to do, but I'm gonna roll with it.
It might take
I
you an hour to
wonder
get over that tree.
how
A
this
lot of
game
people never
compares
give
to
up.
Sexy Hiking.
You prod and you poke at it,
I kind of want to
exploring
play
the
it
limits
now.
of your reach and your strength, trying to find a way up and over. And there's a sense of truth in that lack of compromise. Most obstacles in video game worlds are fake. You can be completely confident in your ability to get through them once you have the correct method or the correct equipment or just by spending enough time. In that sense, every pixelated obstacle in Sexy Hiking is real.
Well, I do agree that most video game the obstacles
in
are
Sexy
not
Hiking
actually
are
real.
and that makes the game uniquely frustrating. But I'm not sure
Oh
Jazro
goodness, I lost my
intended to
train
make
of
it
thought when he
frustrating.
started talking again.
The frustration is just essential to the act of climbing.
I'll wait for him to
and
be
it's
done.
authentic to the process of building a game about climbing. A
Any-
funny thing
oh,
happened to me as I was
goodness.
building this mountain. I'd have an idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it, test it, and it would usually turn out to be unreasonably hard.
Yeah,
But I couldn't bring myself to make it easier. It already felt like my inability to get past the new obstacle was my fault as a player rather than as a builder. Imaginary
I
mountains build themselves
disagree.
for
If your
and it's our repeated
players
attempts to reach
can't
the summit
consistently
that turns
pass
those mountains into
obstacles,
something
then
real.
that's bad game design. It's different in this game because the game design is to make it difficult for players to pass those obstacles. But I feel like in general, you know,
When you're building a
you
video game
should
world,
be
you're building with
confident
ideas.
that you can
And that
pass
can be
those
like working with
obstacles
quicksand
with
cement.
work.
You mold your ideas into a certain shape.
And
that
that's
can be played
also
with.
something I
And in
disagree
the
with
process of playing with
when he
them,
was saying.
they
He was
begin to
saying that
harden and set
Sexy
until they're
Hiking's
immutable rock.
obstacles are all
And at that point,
real.
you
And
can't
while
change
that
them,
could be true,
not without
if you
breaking it into
extrapolate it to
pieces
this
and
game,
starting fresh with new ideas.
I feel like the obstacles in this game are for sure equally fake as like any other game. I'm confident that if I tried long enough, I could beat this game because, you know, it's not impossible to play. And so it's different for Sexy Hiking, I think, because it's a B game that you're never really sure if there is an end or if you can beat it. And so I could understand him saying that the B game has real obstacles. But I feel like any major game that's like published, I feel like you can be pretty confident that it's a playable game, that you could get through every obstacle. You know? The only way I could see a loop around for that is if the thing you're thinking of is not actually an obstacle in the game. Like, let's say, oh,
Oh, it happened again. Keep on trying. Don't let it get to you.
yeah, I plan to. I'll keep on trying until I get back to there, and then I'll end the episode. But what was I saying? Oh, the only way that there would be a published game, you know, that people play, and there to be an obstacle in that game that is impossible to pass, is if you're actually dumb and the thing that you think is an obstacle is not. So like if there were multiple paths on this mountain, you know, and you find a path and you're like, man, I can't get up this obstacle, but it must have a way, then it's possible that that's just not the way that you're supposed to to do the game, that you're supposed to go through a different path, and that it actually is impossible. But you're never going to get, you know, like a door that you're supposed to go through that you just never get the key to. There's always going to be a key somewhere, you know? I guess I'm just reiterating what he said, but like more wordy, so maybe I'll skip that out in editing. Up. Up. Oh, here we go, here we go. You know what? If you don't take it too seriously, then these games can actually be super fun because, you know, it's not a big deal when you fall, but it's satisfying when you succeed. Here I am about to fall though, so I might eat my words. I might do that. If you have any other good rage games that are, you know, less than a couple dollars, or... Ooh.
This thing that we call failure is not the falling down, but the staying down.
Yeah, well, I might stay down. I was thinking about it right then. I was thinking, wow, I could end the episode right now. But where's the fun in that? If I end when I've fallen, then the game has succeeded. Succeeded in beating me. And that's not really how games are supposed to be made. You're supposed to beat the game, not the other way around. The game? Guys, I just lost the game. Just kidding, I'm still playing it. Unless you're thinking of a different game, which would be weird. That's pretty cool. Indecipherable British noises. British people be like, oh, here we go. Going down the road, feeling bad. I want to hear this music. Oh, I have music turned off. That's kind of funny. I'll go with the good old-fashioned launch technique. You could call me a menu because I'm getting launch. That wasn't funny. You know who is funny? Quentin. He would make a funnier pun / joke. Too bad he's gone, never to return. He's become one with the void. Just kidding, he's probably watching this video. That would actually be a good entertaining video, is like a, what is it called? Like a montage of me playing this game, and it just has the, you know, the fitnessgram voice saying like, now begins the push-up section, down, and then it shows me falling like this, and then up, and it shows me like doing well at the game, and then down, and it shows me falling again, and it has like the reaction, up, and you know, it's me like saying like, oh, I got to a new part. I think that could be entertaining, but I need to record a lot more of this for that to actually be a viable video with enough footage for me to make it and have it good, and I really doubt I'm going to play more of this considering I cannot run it. But I want to make something today, and I don't want it to be Minecraft, so this is going to be the video, which means it's got to exist. I just don't think there's going to be more of it. Oh. See, I always want to leave when I fall, but I said earlier that, you know, if I leave, then the game's won, because I'm like rage quitting, and, you know, I've given up.
Would have no rainbow had the eyes no tears. John Vance Cheney.
That is interesting. Rainbow has different context nowadays, though. I feel like, at least slightly different. I feel like you can't argue with me that the context of rainbow associated with the soul is different in context than whenever that dude made that quote. Or maybe it's from like not too long ago. I guess no, because this game is still kind of old. Why does God punish the good? There we go. I got my hammer up there. See, this airlock here is kind of like a save, though. Isn't that interesting? I guess it's not because there's that rock up there that you can fall through, but like I feel like it's very difficult to fall through this airlock here once you've passed it. And so the game is not as unyielding as you would think. I feel like there's definitely like different sections, and while it's still possible, it's only possible in like certain situations for you to fall all the way back to the beginning. Because I don't think this game wants to be totally unreasonable. It's not It's an homage to Sexy Hiking. It's not a remake, you know? Come on. You got this. Yeah, you got this. I'm here. I'm here. And this, guys, has been Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. It's going to be a quick little video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more, let me know. I'll happily, vibe through the FPS if you guys want to see more Bennett Foddy. How about this? If this video gets 10 views in, however, let's give it a day and a half, then I'll play episode 2, and I'll get even farther. How does that sound? I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!